Okay, so good afternoon, violin students at St. Irenaeus. This is your special first video with some ideas for what to be practicing on in your method books while we're away from each other. So I've got my trusty violin here. Unfortunately, you're going to have to put up with a little bit of my very tremendously average violin playing, but not too much, I promise you. So this is to cover the beginning violin group and my advanced violin group. So we're going to start with the beginners for Ireland, and Olivia. So I hope you're well. And what we got to, I'm going to start with Ireland. I just got some, I just put some guide tape down on your violin. So you're just starting to use your fingers. So what you can do to warm up with, in addition to what's in the book, is you can maybe just do something simple where you're just playing D, open D, first finger E, and second finger F sharp, and maybe just go up and down. So let's see if... let me just tighten this up a little bit more. Sorry about that. So you can just kind of go up and down like that. Like that, up and down, just to get used to playing those notes. And then in the book, I'm just sorry as I glance down here, I've got some notes. You could try example number 34 in the book, which uses those three notes. And you can try number 35 is where they put it all together, and it sort of does what I was doing earlier, but then it kind of goes up and down a little bit differently. So just practice it slowly and carefully. Olivia, we had just gotten to number 62 there, where we're starting to talk about bow division, where there's different times where you just want to use part of the bow. And I think that was the melody lightly row there. So just try to play that carefully using good bow division. And then on the next page, they start to introduce the final three notes of the D scale, the B, the C sharp, and the D. So you've got that B on the A string. That's B, and then two finger C sharp, and then finally the three finger D. So those are the three notes on the A string. So you can experiment with that, and then I believe number 72 on that page is the entire D major scale. You can also look in the back of the book where the D scale is. The very last page, number 1, is the D major scale. So you can try doing that. So that pretty much, that'll give you a little bit of something to do, you beginners. Now I'm going to move on. Oops, pardon me as I turn the page here. Moving on to the advanced violin players. I'm not going to play for you because you don't really need pointers from me on playing, but I can just give you some pointers about what we're trying to do there. You're both in book 2, as you know, so you can be using those scale warm-ups that are on pages 5, 6, and 7. The D major routine that's at the top, the G major one, and the C major one. They're all good, and they all have the arpeggios too. Practice them slowly and carefully. Watch your finger positions. All right, Hannah, you can be doing number 72, the F major one too, that we did recently, because that's a new scale, and that's got the low fingerings, and it's got the B flat, which is low first finger on the A string. All right, so you can be doing that as well. Let's just go right to the book. For Alyssa, we had just gotten into that pizzicato part, so maybe that number 21 exercise where you're doing pizzicato and arco going back and forth, just review that just to get a little more familiar with it. The next page, number 23, they start using low fourth finger For example, like there's a D flat over there and an A flat, I believe. And they're like repetitive exercises that you can do many times. So you can get used to using that low fourth finger for that. So just kind of practice that slowly and carefully. Hannah, we're going to backtrack just a little bit with you too. I saw in the book there's this exercise number 76, excuse me, the tone developer, which you're just playing long notes, and it says if you use a faster bow stroke, it increases the quality of tone. So all instruments, we want to try to get the biggest, best tone we can. So you can kind of experiment with that. Faster bow speed equals bigger sound. And you can review that number 77, which has that finger exercise where it goes from a regular or high four to a low, not low, excuse me, low second to a high second to a low second. And that, if that's that nice etude, that's kind of interesting. And then you can go kind of check that out, and then you can go on to number 80 if you have time. So that gone a little bit over here again. I just had a lot to cover. The one more thing real quickly, tuning. I'm not there to do it. Hopefully you can find a way to tune your instruments. If you have an in-tune piano at home, you can find that D on the piano and the A and try to tune it yourself. Or you can find, I have that tuning app on my phone. You can do an investigation, try to find a simple tuning app, or find, if you're able to get out and get one, that would be great as well. So, gone a little over, but hopefully not too long, and I hope that this was helpful to you. Feel free to give me feedback if you would like, and I wish you luck in your practicing. Stay safe, and I will talk to you all again soon. Take care.